Hey, Chadley, do they put crack in this Baja Blast? It seems like they put crack in this stuff.
How many of those Baja Blasts have you chug-a-lugged today?
Today? This is my first one today.
I do not believe you.
I was working all day.
Hey, you know what? I want to apologize to all the listeners of the Movie Epidemic podcast because I didn't have time to watch all the movies this week because I was too busy watching the Godzilla King of Monsters trailer 10,000 times.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if you guys heard, but Godzilla King of Monsters comes out May 31st.
May 31st. And if you're wondering if we're sponsored by them, no, but we should be.
We are not.
We are not, but we absolutely should be. May 31st, check out Godzilla King of Monsters
in theaters.
Only in theaters. Hey, Podcast Bot 5000.
Hey, buddy.
Oh, no. Okay, no. You know what? I always call you out, and then I regret it the second I see your hideous face. What's going on? You got worms in your face?
No, but I've taken over the social media as one of my jobs, and now I'm trying to get you fired.
Yeah, I did see that.
So that I can take your place. But guess what? I got another job, too, to pad my resume a little bit.
What are you doing, Podcast Bot 5000?
I'm working at PBS.
What are you doing at PBS?
I'm working on Arthur, and guess what?
What?
I brought the people Ratburn.
Oh, fair enough.
I brought the people Ratburn.
You've done a good thing, Podcast Bot 5000.
Wow, good job, Podcast Bot.
I'm very. You know what? I'm almost glad Brian Singer created you so that we could get that good Ratburn content.
Yeah, hell yeah, you brought the world Ratburn.
Yeah, so thank you, Podcast Bot 5000, for making the world a little bit more. What's the word I'm looking for? Tolerable.
Yeah, except for Alabama.
Tolerant, yeah.
Where my episode is banned.
Yeah, your episode's been banned. Do you play Ratburn?
I don't play Ratburn. I'm a junior writer.
And the Ratburn thing was your call?
It was my suggestion. I'm like, give him Ratburn. They're like, we got to. The writers are like, we got to make one of these long-term characters gay. And I'm like, give him Ratburn.
Give him Ratburn. All right, thank you, Podcast Bot 5000. Podcast Bot 5000. Before you stop this tyrant that you're going on here, can you tell me what we're talking about this week?
Well, you're going to be watching a bunch of nonsense. And
yeah, for sure. Everything we saw this week was very stupid.
So starting off with John Wick, Chapter 3, Parabellum, full title, please. You'll also be watching Wine Country, a Netflix original. Thank you, Chadley, for scheduling that one. That's a treat for everyone.
Yeah, that's my bad.
You're also going to be watching the Ghost of Frankenstein, Force Ghost, baby.
Force Ghost.
And lastly, you're going to be watching the second highest grossing Chinese movie of all time, The Wandering Earth.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm really stoked to talk about that one.
Hell yeah.
Hey, Podcast Bot 5000, can you hit us with that ye old theme song? Oh, there it is.
Sure can. Doesn't seem like he can.
I'm afraid.
Why don't you play us something, baby?
Start? I don't feel so good.
You can practically see it from here. What?
Nonsense.
Nonsense. Just a whole fucking week of nonsense. Hey guys, welcome to the Movie Epidemic Podcast. I'm your host, Chadley, joined by, as always, Buck Hollywood LeDuc. Today we're talking some wily shit today.
Oh, Wile E. Coyote's here?
Dude, it's Wile E. Coyote shit. I can't believe... Here's the thing. We're watching 4 movies this week, and literally none of them have a right to exist. It's really crazy. Do we want to start off with John Wick Chapter 3?
Of course.
All right.
But of course.
So here's the thing, is that I've talked very highly about John Wick before. John Wick 1, obviously, is one of my favorite movies of all time. I famously gave John Wick Chapter 2 a 5-star, which, by the way, I went back.
Retcon?
I went back and I watched the first 2 movies before seeing 3, which, by the way, you have to do because 3.
Oh, yeah. I had no idea what was happening, bro.
2 and 3 are the same movie. Same movie. There's not even a breath between the 2 films. But here's the thing: John Wick Chapter 1 is great. Still great. I am happy with my 4-star review of John Wick Chapter 1.
Sure.
John Wick Chapter 2, I originally gave it a 5-star review, but now I give it the 5. It's a 5. It's fucking. It's incredible. Okay. It is so good. John Wick Chapter 2 is fucking incredible, and that is kind of the problem with Chapter 3. Is because Chapter 3 is okay.
Entertaining for sure.
Certainly entertaining sometimes.
So I took my dad to this because, of course, you take your dad to
yeah,
this.
why wouldn't you? I bet that bumped it up a full star.
Oh,
just
it did.
having your dad
It
there.
did, because he was loving it. He was very confused. I don't know if he ever saw Chapter 2. I know I saw Chapter 1 with him. Chapter 2, I think I saw with you, maybe.
Yeah. We did see Chapter 2 together, I think.
Either way, I don't know if my dad saw Chapter 2, so he was very confused in this movie. But also, none of it means anything, so it doesn't matter.
None of it means...
What I really like seeing is John Wick riding a horse for some reason, and John Wick fighting in a knife store.
Also, we can put this one into the Hall of Fame, Buck. I'm taking John Wick Chapter 3, I'm putting it in the Hall of Fame right next to The Equalizer, It Chapter 1, and Halloween with Jamie Lee Curtis. This is the fourth of the fourwology, if that's not a real word, of the most disrespectful fucking audiences I've ever seen in my entire life.
Me too.
Holy shit, dude.
Dude, there was like a Russian couple, I think, sitting right beside me. Yo, do you hear that? There's the police coming for you.
Yeah, please coming for Podcast Bob 5000.
Yeah, Podcast Bot's, he's done a lot of bad things. There's like this Russian couple right beside me, and they were talking the whole time. And I'm like, hey, can you stop talking? And they just don't listen because they were Russian.
That happened to me too. There was old people behind me. I turned around and I'm like, please stop talking. And they didn't.
It's a power move. I respect that in its own way.
Yeah.
And then there was some disrespectful teenagers beside my dad, but they weren't really doing too much. They were talking a little bit, but it wasn't too bad.
Dude, were we at the same showing? Because there was disrespectful teenagers to my right. And my teenagers, I mean, like, they were probably like 20, but they were dude bro fuck boys. And like, at the beginning of the movie, this dude, he showed up right as the opening credits was, and he sat down, opened up his phone. I turned to him, I'm like, dude, put your phone away. And he's like, I will, dude, I will. He didn't.
He sure didn't.
I will let you know. He was opening Snapchat the whole movie, and I almost leaned over, and I'm like, dude.
I would have grabbed that thing.
I know you would have, but I'm a good person, so I would not. So I leaned over. I wanted to lean over and be like, dude, can you not go 2 hours without sending an unsolicited dick pic to a teenager? Watch the fucking movie.
No, that's not what movies are for.
But here's the thing.
John Wick does... It is a crowd that attracts these kind of moviegoers, though.
It's very true. If there's a movie you're going to talk through, okay. Look. If you're at John Wick Chapter 3 and you're talking through a movie, I get it. It's silly. It's dumb. Like, the part where he's, like, on the horse and he's, like, shooting helmets and, like, you're turning to the person beside you and you're like, oh, boy, you know, like, shit like that and chatting during that stuff. But if John Wick sitting down with Halle Berry, having a very fucking intense conversation, you shut the fuck up. And there was one more. Here's the thing. There was like 4 full volume conversations going on in this theater. I bet. And I don't know if you've ever been to it, but at Sunridge, there's one theater. It's Theater 10, and there's like 40 seats in it. It's like a tiny theater. They're all recliners, but there's 40 seats. There's like
that's why I don't go to those. Because people think it's their fucking living room, bro.
Then on my left, up front, here's the thing. I knew I was going to take my girlfriend to see John Wick Chapter 3. I knew that. But I'm not an idiot. So you know what I did before? I sat her down and we watched John Wick and John Wick Chapter 2 to give her the context. Now, the man who was sitting in the row in front of me, he didn't plan ahead. Didn't plan ahead. And his wife had never seen either of the first 2 films. And he, at full volume, described every reference. And I'm like, dog, what are you doing? How could you possibly think this is okay?
Damn, dude.
One of the most disrespectful audiences of all time. But
now that we got past that part.
Yeah, now we got past that shit.
Seems to be every time we watch a fucking blockbuster.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Buck LeDuc. I don't think I've ever seen Buck LeDuc more riled up than he was at Shazam, dude. He got real riled up.
People need to settle the fuck down.
Yeah. So watch the movie. Or do you think
don't go to the movies. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Do you think you paid more than I did to be here?
Well, usually they do. Considering how many free passes we get
that's
to
true.
things.
Yeah. Actually, that's a good point.
But even at the critic screens, I feel sometimes people are being real fucking loud.
They're
all the
being
time.
loud, but at least there's no cell phones because you get kicked the
never
fuck
any
out.
phones
Yeah,
there,
never phones at that shit. But anyway, let's talk about John Wick Chapter 3. It's okay, and it pales in comparison, and I think it is just because I love Chapter 2 so much.
Chapter 2 is fucking dog shit, bro.
Chapter 2 is...
I'm just kidding. It's good.
It's a fucking vibe, you piece of shit. I do like that in Chapter 3 they did the Man with the Golden Gun again.
They did it again, and they also just snake that whole set from Skyfall.
Yeah, it's very true.
The thing about this one is the last two, although they were light on story, at least they had a coherent story.
This one does not, and it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Of course it doesn't matter. These movies are just about John Wick killing as many people. And as my dad described it to my mom, he's like... We probably saw 150 people die today.
I think that's actually pretty accurate. Someone counted recently. I think that's like pretty close.
Oh, of course someone counted, because that's all they have to do with their life and go watch Avengers Endgame 10 times. You fucking nerds.
Yeah. So John Wick Chapter 3 starts like literally seconds after Chapter 2 starts. If you didn't watch Chapter 2, don't see Chapter 3. It will make... It doesn't make sense already.
Look, I've seen these movies. I have no fucking idea what this movie's about. Straight up, there's auditors. There's a fucking leader in the desert from the high table. I don't know what the fuck any of this means.
And that's kind of the problem. Now I want to get this out of the way too. I do like this movie.
Oh, I love it.
I think it's fun
I
to
love
watch.
this movie.
Yeah, I think it's really, really fun
But
to watch.
it makes no fucking sense at all.
Every line of dialogue, every single line of dialogue is somebody quoting some arbitrary law book that I've never seen.
And no one's ever explained it.
And no one's ever explained it in detail. But because nobody's ever explained it in detail, they can just make up new rules as they go
Sure.
along.
Absolutely.
And that's all they do.
Excommunicado, baby.
Because like they make it seem like there's nothing bigger than the high table, and then all of a sudden he's like, I want to see the one that stands above the high table. Huh? What?
That was my biggest dude. I was just out here like, huh? I'm like Russian people that are talking the entire time. Can you please explain this to me? Because it's not working out for me.
Yeah, there's gotta be some give and take here. And then like he rolls up to Halle Berry and he's like, I've got a marker, and it's like, when did you?
Dude, I don't
have
understand
that?
what any of these markers are. I forgot he was Russian, the Baba Yaga.
The Baba Yaga.
And they say Baba Yaga so much in this, which I love.
It's also crazy to me that until I saw this movie, it never occurred to me that John Wick might be a fake handle.
It's a fake handle. And not only that, but he like is part of the... I don't really remember this, but was there Russians, like these Russian people in the last ones?
There's Russians in the last one, but
it
it's
wasn't
not like,
this group, right?
No, it wasn't these
Because I don't know what the fuck any of that was, where
Yeah.
they're just like ballet dancing and wrestling in this theater.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It's awesome, but why is it happening?
It's really great. But then like John Wick shows up and he's got the necklace, and it's like, what does that mean?
Essentially, he gets these three things. He's got like the marker,
necklace,
and the necklace.
He's got a couple other Horcruxes.
So he's got some Horcruxes, and he's excommunicado from the last one after he killed the guy.
Yeah, so he's not allowed to. So after John Wick Chapter 2, he's no longer allowed to use the Continental Hotel or any of the like the gun shops, the suit shops, the doctors that assassins have in the underground assassin world. Because he shot a man in the Continental,
Right.
which, by the way, is the fucking greatest scene in any movie.
Great scene.
Yeah.
Extremely good content. And then this one, it's like, well, how do we fix this now?
Yeah.
Because the rules were you can't do this, and now we've broken the rules. So how do we put it back?
Yeah. Oops, all rules, but also oops, no rules.
Oops, all nonsense.
Yeah, and so like they have all these rules and they make it very clear that they have to follow these rules or specific things will happen. But John Wick just keeps wriggling his way out of it by talking to people who are higher up.
Yeah.
And it's truly bananas, especially like that middle section. That's where you're really losing me. Because like the first section where it's just him in New York and every single person in the world's trying to kill him.
Sure, that's
and
good.
It's
and that's
45 minutes of straight action.
That's what I was looking for.
Yeah,
really.
that's the content I was really, really wanting. And
then he's like, I want to go to Casablanca.
Yeah, then he goes to Casablanca and hangs out with Halle Berry and Dogwork. Dogwork's back.
Dude, Dogwork is back in a big way in this one. And not only that, but in this house, our dogs are wearing bulletproof armor.
Yeah, oh my god, dude! When the dude shot the dog and the dog just stood up, I'm like, that's not how that would go at all.
Yeah, I was like, when he shot at him, I'm like, oh shit, is this one gonna have a pile of dead dogs? And I was like, ah shit, Chadley's not going to be really sad.
Yeah, because the dog lives, dude.
The dog lives, and I wish there was just a pile of Dobermans, dude. I wish for these things.
Just a pile. Yeah, that's why you love the first John Wick so much. Yeah. But the thing is like, oh man, this movie, like especially that middle section, it just
the auditor stuff.
Yeah,
to me is complete nonsense.
The adjudication where they're trying to fire Ian McShane and they're trying to fire Lawrence Fishburne.
Why?
But like,
I mean, I get why, but why is this like so much? And then they just decide they're not going to do that anyway.
I have a serious question that actually goes back to John Wick Chapter 2 as well, but it's more important to me in the third movie because it's so much more prevalent. What does Lawrence Fishburne's character do?
I don't know, and I don't know what he runs, like the underground like information, right?
Yeah, but then he's got like pigeons.
Yeah, but the pigeons are part of it.
Yeah. But what does he do?
I don't know.
For the assassin world?
Never been explained.
Because in the last movie, he has a bunch of guns to give John Wick, and it's like, well, how does John Wick know about any of this?
Because it's part of it.
Okay,
it's all part of it.
And then, also, by the way, Jason Mantzoukas just doing nothing?
Yeah, but that's a waste of Mantzoukas.
That's like
that's a waste of Hedgehog, man, for sure.
Yeah, he does nothing. Dude, they must have plans for him in John Wick Chapter 4.
I would think so. Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah. Now, I don't want to give too many spoilers to like...
But straight up, though, best character in this movie, the chairman from Iron Chef, who plays the Asian guy.
Oh, yeah. Dude,
straight up, the chairman from...
Is that what he's
Food
from?
Network's Iron Chef.
Is that what that guy is doing? That's what
yeah.
So halfway through this movie, the high table, they hire like the Yakuza to do something. Like nothing in this movie makes sense. And then the Yakuza are like, they're like helping John Wick because John Wick's hired by the high table. But then
and those are the guys from the raid, like Mad Dog. And
oh, really?
Yeah, like the two that are like, "Hello, John Wick, good to fight with you."
Oh yeah. That's a pretty good fight, man. Yeah, that's hella good. That's good content, and there's so
the main guy, the bald guy, that's the chairman from Food Network's Iron Chef,
and then his two disciples
are
those
the
raid guys.
They're the bad guys in the raid.
Oh fuck yeah, I love the raid.
And they were also in Star Wars.
Force Awakens
for a brief minute.
Yeah, hell yeah, Conja Club.
Conja Club.
Yeah,
Ask Conja Club.
Ask Conja Club. Yeah, and so like as soon as you get to like the third act of this movie, then the rules are just out the window, dude. This movie
brings me to the second best character, the concierge from the Continental, the big black guy.
Oh yeah, the big black maybe gay guy. Dude, I love that guy. He's phenomenal. He's great with dogs. He's super good with guns.
Oh, he loves dogs.
Yeah, dude. I was wondering about something today or the other day though. How much do you think Keanu Reeves actually knows about guns? Because it's got to be a lot at this point, right?
Well, the scene where he's just in the knife store
building guns.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, that's fun. One of my favorite kills in any movie is in this movie too, and that's the classic book kill where he kills a man with the book. That's a fucking phenomenal.
Well, if we're just gonna go through kills real quick, there's
a lot of dog kills.
A lot of dog kills. There's a lot of good knives to the eyes kill. The knife store fight. That's probably one of the best things in this series.
Yeah, there is like the scene that almost everybody in the theater looked away where he pushes the knife.
I was looking directly at it.
I couldn't stop looking at it.
I was like, give me more of that. Give me some dead dogs.
When he shoved the knife right into the guy's eyes. A lot of gun kills, but here's the thing, is that because this movie series has such a distinct like fighting style and action style, it does become a lot. You know, like as much as I love it, it does become a little bit exhausting to watch John Wick, especially that first scene.
He looks tired too.
Because the first scene is like 45 straight minutes of just action.
It's funny because like as these movies progress and they just keep happening like immediately after each other, he's just getting more tired.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, Keanu, you need a nap at some point.
Dude, this dude's so stressed.
He does take a nap in the desert at some point. And guess what? Why?
Yeah, there's like a part where the guy's like, you have to go out into the desert. And it's like, and then he just goes out into the desert. And I'm like,
at that point, I was like, what?
I was like, bro, I'm pretty sure that was hypothetical.
And then the guy that plays like the Grand Master or whatever, that guy, I love that actor. That guy's great.
What's his name?
I forget what his name is, but I've seen him in something recently, and he's good.
Yeah.
And why?
Yeah, I have no
Dude,
idea.
that's my biggest question is every time something new would happen, I'd be like, why?
Yeah, John Wick is like, I'm out here looking for the hardest man in the world to find. And then they're just like, don't worry about it. And then, yeah, there he is. What?
I want to go to Casablanca.
Yeah, I want to go.
That's my shitty Keanu.
I want to go to Casablanca.
I want to go to Casablanca.
I saw an Onion article today, and it was just titled reportedly Keanu Reeves prepared for John Wick Chapter 3 by being in 2 previous John Wick films.
See, the thing about Keanu is he's not like that good of an actor, but he doesn't talk too much in these movies, so it doesn't matter.
Exactly, like most
Which is
everything.
why The Matrix worked, because he didn't talk that much in those either.
I agree. The Matrix is great, except for he talked a lot in Revelations, far too much.
Which is why that one's bad.
That one is bad. But Reloaded and Revelations are both half stars. But yeah.
Come on, give Reloaded a little bit of respect.
Actually,
you piece of shit.
You know what? Reloaded does have that scene where he's fighting the 1,000 Hugo Weavings, which I kind of love. But yeah, this movie, man, this is Keanu's calling right here. This is it. Don't do that Bill and Ted thing. Do not do that. Just
I bet Bruce Willis is pissed off. Hey,
why?
Because he sees another kind of washed up actor just in an action series that's killing it, dude.
Yeah, just making money. And to be honest, the John Wick movies aren't that much better written than Bruce Willis's stuff.
No, they're not.
It's just better directed. I love what's Chad Stahelski or Stahelski or whatever. I love that director. He made John Wick Chapter 2 as well. And he had something to do with Atomic Blonde, I want to say, or was that that was the other guy.
That was David Leitch.
Oh, right, because David Leitch and Chad Stahelski direct the first one together.
Because they're both stuntmen, I think, on The Matrix.
Yeah, and then Chad was like, okay, I'm making John Wick movies for the rest of my life. Good. Don't do anything
Clearly
else.
the talent.
Yeah.
Although, Atomic Blonde is well directed also. They're both good at directing.
Yeah, absolutely. They're good. Here's the thing. They're what would have happened if Luc Besson...
brothers?
No, they're the good Luc Besson. Dude.
Oh, yeah, they are the good Luc Besson.
That's what would have happened if Luc Besson was good at directing movies.
Besson is good at directing
besides
movies.
The Professional.
He's made a lot of very good movies.
Yeah, he's made The Professional.
He's made a lot of good movies.
He also made Lucy, though.
Yeah. but his Hollywood shit doesn't matter to me.
All right, yeah, fair enough. I haven't dug too deep into Besson. I just seen Valerian.
Yeah, well, you're wrong about Besson. You've seen The Fifth Element, though.
Oh yeah, Fifth Element's pretty good. All right, I'll give you Fifth Element. At Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis,
dude. Poor Bruce Willis, man. That sucks. But yeah, this movie, I want to love it so bad because I love the first 2 so much. But this is by a long shot the weakest of the trilogy.
This is one of the worst movies, technically.
Yeah, technically it's not good. 97% on Rotten Tomatoes.
But that's what I was about to get to. John Wick is critic proof.
Yeah, that's true.
It's one of those franchises that's completely critic proof.
Because I can't sit here and give it a negative review. I simply can't. Even I can't do it.
Yeah, because you're dumb, dude.
Yeah, I can't give it less than 50% because
you know who watches John Wick? Dumb dudes.
Yeah, like myself and the dude bros Snapchatting their dicks next to me at the theater.
Anyway, 4 stars.
Wow, holy shit. Oh, apparently
I've rated every entry 4 stars. Why stop now?
Yeah. I'm going to say 3. I didn't like it as much. I do like it though.
I enjoyed the hell out of this. I don't think any part of it's good. Besides the actual the choreography is fantastic. It's well directed.
I agree. It looks great.
It's just the story is. There's less than a story.
I didn't mention this, but at the beginning when he's fighting that super tall guy that's clearly not played by a super tall guy.
Yeah, the Baba Yaga.
Some of that looks kind of fakey. Wow. When he's grabbing him with his giant hands, it doesn't look like his hands are there. It looks kind of fakey. But I still had a good time watching it. In my written review, I called it an overlong punch fest, which is exactly what it is.
It's very long.
Yeah, it's way too long, far too long. But here's the thing: it's gonna connect to the next 5-star John Wick movie, so you have to see it.
Yeah, and
it's like Quantum of Solace. You can't watch Casino then Skyfall. You gotta.
Quantum of Solace is a little better than every John Wick movie.
Yeah, I agree. Well, maybe not Chapter 2, but I do agree that Quantum of Solace is very good. But
that rape scene though, weird.
It is weird. It is very bizarre. So I'm gonna give this 3 on the Chadsky scale. Not my favorite movie. I was really expecting to like it a lot more. But let's see what they already announced. John Wick 4 2021, baby.
Well, no shit.
It's happening.
If anybody thought this was gonna be the end of this, you're insane. Because it's a license to print money.
Yeah.
And they're easy to make, apparently, because Keanu's not doing anything else.
It's
except
like
for Matrix 4,
It's
apparently.
inexpensive James Bond. That's all it is.
Yeah, cheapy James Bond.
Yeah, hell yeah, cheapy James Bond. However, I will see every movie Ian McShane is ever in.
Oh, he's the best, dude.
He's a
He's
treasure.
the best.
He's amazing.
And he's so good in this.
He is amazing. Here's the thing. He's good in the first.
It's the only reason I watched American Gods.
Oh yeah,
Because Ian McShane plays the old god.
yeah, hell yeah. It's the only reason I will still watch that fourth Pirates. No, I'm just kidding. Not even McShane can save that bad boy.
Dude, that was tough. But he is like phenomenal in that movie.
And while I was kicking and screaming, he did drag me through hell, boy.
He sure did.
He sure did.
He's got a weird agent, but
Yeah.
we love Ian McShane.
Yeah, I like what he's got going on. For
All right,
sure.
25 and a half minutes on John Wick is probably enough.
Yeah, that seems like enough. What do we want to talk about next?
I don't care.
All right, let's talk about Wandering Earth.
Okay, hell yeah.
So this is a movie from Frank Guo, who's a Chinese director.
Sure.
Here's the thing: Eastern Asia and sci-fi. Yes, please.
Pretty cool.
That's all my favorite shit.
The best thing about this is it has like a Blade Runner style. It has like that that kind of post-apocalyptic but technology future.
Yeah. Like it's very, very bizarre, this movie. So what this movie is about, and by the way, when I describe this movie to you, you're gonna be like, that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Mm-hmm.
But don't worry, this movie is kind of written pretty good. So like in concept, the concept works. What this movie is about is that the scientists discover the sun is going to explode.
Yep.
So they install giant engines onto the Earth
Sure.
and propel it out of the solar system.
But when we're talking about sci-fi, I kind of like that instead of just putting everybody on ships, like how that would normally go down in sci-fi. I kind of like just let's put up some big fucking thrusters. You know? But obviously the science behind this is suspicious, but it's based off of a short story.
Yeah.
From China, a fairly popular one as far as I can tell. And it's really just it's at its core what this movie is a movie about global warming and pollution.
Yeah, and it's very clear about that in the first half of the movie. They do
And
sort
then it
of,
turns into Armageddon. Yeah.
yeah, they do sort of abandon that and make it Armageddon after a while, but it does have a very. It has a nice charm to it, I think, because of the
thing about
characters.
China is I just previously worked for a Chinese oil company.
Yeah.
And the one thing they're obsessed with is making China seem like they're leaders in fighting climate change and pollution.
Yeah, which
Even if they're lying about it.
yeah, I don't know.
They're kind of.
Yeah.
But they're also a lot of it is PR, and I'm not saying that's what this is, but anything that comes from China, you got to be a little bit suspicious.
It's
about
mysterious. Yeah, it's certainly mysterious. It does sort of kick its shoes off after a little while and just sort of abandon all of its themes.
Well, at that point, it's more about the characters.
Yeah,
trying to
it becomes a character story. Yeah,
save the world.
Yeah.
By putting thrusters on it.
yeah, by putting thrusters on the world. So the big conflict of this movie is that Earth is headed to hit Jupiter, and
Yeah.
HAL 9000 up on the space
miscalculated it, I guess.
Yeah, miscalculated. HAL 9000 up on the space station
Yeah.
is trying to actually make sure that they do, because it doesn't want to. It has 3,000 jizz samples, and it wants to
Got
get
a lot
those.
of jizz samples.
Got to get those to the new planet. You know what's really crazy about this movie, though? Every language in the world is spoken in this movie.
Sure.
Like, it's fucking crazy. It jumps back and forth between.
Well, because at its core, this is a bit of a Chinese like a nationalist movie, but
Yeah.
that's not any different than Armageddon or whatever.
Well, this movie
mean,
has
but it's also about working together.
Yeah,
to,
exactly.
to fix climate change. That's what the theme of this movie is.
Yeah, it's like unity to as an entire planet.
Yeah.
Unity as a species rather than unity as a nation.
Sure.
Which is really, really cool. However, all the heroes are Chinese.
Well, I mean, what do you expect?
Yeah.
It's a Chinese movie.
Except for
if it was Bruce Willis and fucking all these guys, and it was an American movie, you wouldn't be like, oh, everybody's American in it.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. If it's Bruce Willis and Benji Affleck, dude, I'm in, dude, and I'm sobbing my eyes out.
Of course you are.
Yeah. Here's the thing. This movie, I think that this movie would do a lot better because it is a character piece. It's at one point. I think it would do a lot better to balance its characters because you have the two main characters and their grandfather, who, by the way, God bless the grandfather.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, he's the best character. You got the two main characters, and they're a little generic, but mostly relatable. But then you have a set of other characters that just show up when necessary.
A lot of characters.
Yeah, and here's the thing: some of them just sit in the background and do nothing until someone's like, "We need someone."
Somebody's in the back and he's like, "Put Ratburn in."
Yeah, put Ratburn in. Yeah, exactly. And so these characters end up just sort of sitting idle. Like for instance, like the nerd character who does like the programming. They're like, he's like, "Man, do you ever hear about like this crazy fucking whatchamacallit? Like it's one of the propellers that he created, like this amazing thing on this amazing New Year's display, and he's not in the rest of the movie. And then like when they need somebody who can program like that, he just shows up. It's fucking bananas, dude.
Just jaunts right in.
Exactly when you think you need him. And like there's a lot of characters like that too. There is a really weird guy he throws up into his helmet that I love a lot. And he's there to just be a prankster and smoke cigarettes, just chain smoking cigarettes.
Dude, I love chain smoking.
Yeah, and then there's a semi-evil like commander character who doesn't really do much. And that's, again, one of my problems with this movie, is that they're doing so much shit in this movie, and they explain what they're doing. They even kind of explain why, but they very seldom touch on how they're doing it. They'll be like, we gotta climb this huge giant building, and then suddenly they're just at the top of the building, and they're like, all right, we made it. We did it. We climbed up 80 stories, and it's like, why though? Why did you climb up 80 stories?
Just climbing.
How did you do that with just a rope? That makes no sense.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's sci-fi.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Is this free solo?
It is free solo, in fact.
Yeah. This movie looks like hot shit though. Like
China has not figured out special effects.
Dude, the CGI in this movie looks like hot shit. I could not believe some of the shit I was looking at. It looks like a Paul W.S. Anderson movie from 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's really bad. It's like it's PlayStation 2 graphics.
Yeah. Yeah, I completely agree. It does look like hot shit. I can't believe that they put that into a movie. I do love, though, that when they realize that the world is going to end, that people start looting, which is like some of the most banana shit ever.
Yeah, I'd be looting for sure.
Yeah, but what are you looting for? What are you just like to have like a Twinkie before you die, or like what are you looting for?
Yeah, hold a boombox.
Yeah,
Radio Raheem.
Yeah, what are you gonna do with that Radio Raheem? Oh man, it's a really bananas movie, and as these two main characters sort of get trapped in saving the world because they stumble upon having to save the world by accident,
and I get why it's did so well in China because it is a very Chinese movie that has like a. It's a decent. It's a large budget sci-fi movie, and they love that shit.
Yep.
It's filled with Chinese actors, and it made almost $700 million.
Holy shit! It's a very easy.
Second only to Wolf Warrior 2, which I've also seen.
Oh yeah, because that's on the top hundo, right?
Yeah, it's on the top hundo grossing. This one didn't quite make.
Not quite. Yeah, I was looking for it on the list, couldn't quite see it.
It's like 220 or something.
It's also like for a movie like this. I think it's oddly slow moving as well. Like it definitely has a very bizarre pace to it that maybe should have been quicker given the content.
Because sometimes it's very frantic.
Yeah, like sometimes it's frantic, and then sometimes they're driving in the fucking dump truck for 40 minutes.
Yeah,
and it's like, and they're just talking in the back, and I'm like, you guys, we gotta hurry. You're heading towards Jupiter. Let's get the fucking move on. You fucking guys.
Sometimes there's not much you can do when you're headed towards Jupiter, my man.
Yeah.
When you're in a spiraling death Earth with thrusters on it.
It's also a weird movie because like it's very easy to follow, and yet it's somehow also very unclear. You know what I mean?
It might be the language barrier.
Yeah. It's very unclear, like, what the characters want and what outcome they're searching for at points. And yet, this plot is so simple.
Yeah.
Like, it's so easy to follow, and yet sometimes I'm like, wait, what are we doing? I'm lost. Why would we do that? Yeah. It's a bizarre movie. I definitely don't know if I recommend it for sure, but...
I think if you're into watching weird shit from China, this isn't a bad one.
Yeah, it's certainly not a bad one.
It's not like The Monkey King or something like that.
Yeah, is Wolf Warrior 2 good?
No.
No.
No, Wolf Warrior 2 is not good. It's worse than this movie. and that's an action movie that they haven't figured out special effects. So like when they're getting, there's a lot of shooting. There's a lot of first person shooting.
Ooh, FPSing.
And when people get shot, it's like straight up like made it in fucking After Effects, like blood splatter.
Perfect. That's exactly what I'm looking for. That's the
Made
content.
$850 million. So.
$850 million, dude. Let's go to China and make a movie, dude. We can make
sure.
We can make weird amounts of money, mysterious amounts of money. There's also a character in this movie I just want to give a special shout out to, and that is the half Chinese, half Australian guy who makes rape jokes. Tim.
Very funny, Tim.
Wow, what the
Tim,
fuck?
very funny.
I remember like watching a movie and then he made a rape joke and I was like looking around. I was in my apartment by myself. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Like, what? Am I the one who just heard the rape joke? Oh yeah, this movie's bananas. It's really it's incredibly stupid.
Yeah.
It's
it's
stupid.
It's nonsense.
It's absolute nonsense.
But it's sci-fi, so I'm less.
Yeah.
I don't care about that as much. Like obviously you can't put fucking 80 thrusters on Earth and move it.
Yeah, that's obviously that's not gonna happen, guys. Yeah, this movie's a 3 on the Chadsky scale.
Absolutely, solid 3.
Perfect 3. All right, you want to talk about probably... Here's the thing. We've been talking about banana shit all day, and it's been one of the most unfocused podcasts we've ever done.
Well, I don't care about that.
But do you want to talk about the most banana shit I've ever fucking seen?
Yeah.
Ghost of Frankenstein?
Oh, dude, this movie's bananas,
Dude,
bro.
It's the craziest movie I've ever seen. Okay, so get this. All right, this is for our listeners. Get this shit, all right? So at the beginning of this movie, it takes place right after Son of Dracula. They go to...
Son of Frankenstein.
Or Son of Frankenstein, yeah, that's what I meant. Son of Frankenstein. They go to Frankenstein's castle where Bela Lugosi, Igor, is sitting there playing the trumpet alone after Frankenstein's been plunged into the tar pit.
Yeah, into the pit.
Into the sulfur pit. And they try and
they're like
destroy the castle.
Trying to knock down the castle.
To destroy the curse.
Because as they explain in the first scene where they were back in that same exact courtroom that they were in Son of Frankenstein.
Perfect.
That the town is now cursed.
Yeah.
Because of Frankenstein and his monster.
Yeah. Here's the thing, is that's consistent, but you know what's not consistent? Frankenstein, different person.
Oh, yeah.
Just straight up different person. Doesn't even look
Karloff
the same.
out.
Karloff's out.
Lon Chaney Jr., who's not... He's tall, but he's not as tall.
Yeah, he's not as tall. He's also not
He's not as square.
Yeah, not as interesting looking as Boris. Has no facial expressions.
Absolutely not. He does not get the character. And this is one of those things where we're going to see Lon Chaney in the next, 5 movies straight. And he does get a lot of flack for being not a very good actor.
Yeah, he was also Wolfman, right?
He was also Wolfman, yeah.
But yeah, he's terrible.
Because as his father was known for being one of the greatest silent era
actors,
not actors, but more like he's in a lot of stuff, but he was mostly known for his physical work, right?
Oh, okay.
So obviously he was an actor, but
he'd tumble down the stairs and shit.
But yeah, because he played Quasimodo.
Yeah.
In the 1922 Hunchback. And he's just fuck, they're throwing him around, dude. And he was in a lot of those silent era monster movies where he was just getting thrown the fuck around. Perfect. And then Lon Chaney Jr., he's he tries to recreate that, but you also have to be an actor at this point.
Which he is not.
Which he's not really that good of acting. But I do like him in a lot of stuff. It's just he's Lon Chaney Jr. He's not Karloff.
Yeah, he's definitely not Karloff.
Which is interesting once we get to House of Frankenstein. Karloff is back, but he doesn't play the monster. He plays the main character, but he's a doctor.
I have millions of questions.
We'll get there.
But yeah, so then what happens is that they try and break down the castle, and by doing so, they free Frankenstein from the sulfur pit.
Yeah,
you can just
and he's still kind of alive, but he's weakened.
He's weakened, so they take him to. Oh man, this is the most bananas part ever. When he's like, what if I take you to Frankenstein's brother? And I'm like, what brother?
Didn't Wolf die already?
Yeah, Wolf's dead. So they're like, don't worry, I know of another Frankenstein.
No, it's actually the other son of Frankenstein.
Yes, I know. It's the other son of Frankenstein, but it's
the brother of
Frankenstein's brother.
Yeah.
What?
Conveniently, Henry Frankenstein had a bunch of doctor kids. Okay.
Yeah, makes sense to me. So here's the weird thing about this movie is that this movie takes place in a weird Bavarian village for some reason.
Well, they all kind of do.
And then but this one more in the village, but then also just more in
Right, because they have to go
house.
get to the other Frankenstein.
Yeah, and then it's just in a house.
What was this Frankenstein's name?
This Frankenstein? I don't. I want to say Baron von Frankenstein, but I don't think that's right.
No, that was Wolf von Frankenstein.
Wolf von Frankenstein. Yeah, you're right, Baron Wolf. I don't remember, but I don't. Here's the thing: this movie's a blur to me.
Sure,
because it's fucking nonsense.
Oh yeah, dude. This movie has a force ghost, Ludwig Frankenstein, Dr. Ludwig Frankenstein.
I don't even remember hearing that.
I don't know if they say it.
Yeah, but like the crazy thing about this movie is that like it follows that same pattern that the last one followed, where it's like the guy's like, I will not do it, I will not operate, and then like over time he's like, well,
and this
maybe.
one's so crazy. Not only does it have Henry Frankenstein Force Ghost, but
which is insane.
Also played by Cedric Hardwicke, who plays Ludwig.
That's fucking hilarious. You guys. Here's the thing: is that you think Ghost of Frankenstein might just be like a fun horror?
But we haven't
name?
even got to the main thing in this movie. The thing is, they do a mind swap.
Oh yeah.
With Igor into Frankenstein. That's the craziest thing in any of these movies. Any single one of these movies.
That part was starting to fuck me up a little bit because they're like juggling between like these three different brains, and they're like, which one do we use? You know, and especially because Ludwig at one point was like, I'd never put your sneaky brain into a body like this, and then like the other doctor just straight up lies and tricks Ludwig into putting Igor's brain into Frankenstein.
This movie's insane. I wish there was more pit work, to be honest.
Yeah, not enough pit work, but there is a great part where Frankenstein punches a man off a roof.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of Frankenstein like picking up little girls and stuff in this one as usual.
Yeah, he punches. Yeah, he picked up the little girl. He punches a guy off the roof, and then they immediately arrest him, and they're like, "No trial, we must murder him." It's like, what? Because he punched a man?
Ghost of Frankenstein's really crazy.
Dude, it's fucking the most insane thing ever. And here's the thing, is that it's super fun to watch, but it's not good.
No.
It's super not good, but it's incredible. Because, like, every 5 minutes they would say something new that I'm like, whoa, hold up here.
Dude, I was watching this movie, I'm like, this is crazy.
This movie is crazy.
I have never seen this one, and this one is insane, dude.
From the moment it starts to the moment it ends, it's the most banana shit I've ever seen. You have to watch it. Here's the thing: I don't even care if you've not seen any other ones. You have to see this one.
You don't really need to.
You don't.
It's a sequel, but it's just they found another son to do the exact same thing as the last one.
You know what's the craziest thing about this movie?
What's that?
Is that they do the recap of the first movie halfway through this movie.
Right.
Like a previously on. And I'm like, yo, halfway through the movie? That's insane that you would do that like that. You know what sucks about all these Frankenstein sequels, though?
What's that?
It seems like they're not even acknowledging that Bride of Frankenstein happened at this point.
Nah, this is their own thing.
It's doing its own thing. I mean, they're still referencing Frankenstein, like the first one.
Yeah.
But the second one, Bride of Frankenstein, the greatest sequel of all time? Nah, they simply will not have any of it. They simply won't have any of it. This movie is...
We'll see once we get to House of Frankenstein.
Yeah, that's true. We haven't seen House of Frankenstein yet. I've never seen that one at all. So I'm very excited. This movie is crazy.
Yeah, and it's 60 minutes, so it's not fucking around with your time.
Yeah, absolutely. It gets in and gets out, dude. It fucks you sufficiently.
That's what I love about these TV ones, is they're even shorter than the feature-length ones.
Which are also embarrassingly short.
Yeah, they're like an hour 10.
Yeah, this is the 3-star.
Absolutely, it's a 3-star on Insanity alone.
Yeah, it's on Insanity alone, because the movie is bad. But Bella,
well, I mean, it's almost the same thing as the last one, but it doesn't have Karloff, which really hurts it.
It does have Lugosi though, and Lugosi's so fucking good.
Well, yeah, Lugosi as Igor is fucking crazy good.
Yeah,
he's amazing with that shitty beard, dude.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. He looks unshowered for sure.
Oh, Lugosi, he was unclean.
Oh, perfect.
He was an unclean man.
I was really hoping you would say that. All right, let's get it over with. Here's the thing. I've been trying to fuck with you with the movies that I've been picking lately.
Why do you do the things that you do to me?
And I think you caught on, and now I'm pissed because I've been just trying to fuck with you. Wine Country? Oh man!
Hey, Netflix, What the actual fuck are you doing?
Here's the thing. I think that Netflix looked at the screenplay and they were like, we got the next Bridesmaids here.
Yeah.
But little did they know that director Amy Poehler was going to fuck it all up.
How did such a thing happen?
How did this movie get made?
Because this movie is just like older women being like, ooh, we're boring now. And it's like, yeah, that happens to everyone.
Yeah, it's them.
Don't need a full movie about it.
It's them saying they're boring, but then also looking at the cameras and being like, millennials, cell phones, Tinder.
Yeah,
Great.
Tinder's
evil.
It's bad, but also we're boring.
Yeah, we're boring. We got nothing going on.
No shit, you got nothing going on. This movie's fucking about Newton.
Yeah, this movie's about fucking Newton.
Fucking about Newton.
And the problem is that like the movie tries to be about something at some point. Like there is a point in this movie where it decides that it wants to be about a bunch of stuff, but it's far too late. Far too late to make a coherent narrative at that point.
Yeah, look, it's everything that like one of these girls trip movies would do and you expect, but also badly.
Yeah, and like here's the thing is that like I love so much of the cast. Like I love Amy Poehler.
Yeah, it's a great cast.
That girl who plays the main girl. I don't remember what her name is, but I love her as well. Mm-hmm. And like all these people, all these women who are in this movie have such potential to be funny. And not Rashida Jones, the other one, Maya Rudolph.
Yikes, bro.
Yeah. Maya Rudolph. You have these women who have the potential to be funny, and they just seem not interested in that. Yikes! Nobody is funny in this movie.
Yeah.
And every joke had me going, ugh.
None of the jokes work. They all feel very cheap and antiquated.
Here's the thing, and like I was worried that when I published my review, I'm so glad that a lot of people agreed with my review, especially women were agreeing with my review, which I was kind of worried about that somebody might say, would you find this movie funny if it was men? Because guess what?
No, I would not.
No, I would.
I would like it less, probably.
Yeah, here's the thing. Dildo claws? I'm not laughing at that no matter who's saying it. It's not funny, dude. It's a super bad joke. This is also
Have you ever seen that movie Flock of Dudes?
Sure haven't.
Yeah, it's like this. I think Crystal Lea's in it.
Here's the thing: is that this movie didn't know if it wanted to be a bad version of Bridesmaids or a bad version of Sideways, but it's certainly bad versions of both those things.
Yeah, dude. Don't even talk about Sideways in the same breath as Wine Country.
I know
Giamatti's garbage.
Giamatti's spinning in his future grave.
Yeah, fucking Thomas Jane's. Wait, no, who's in that movie?
Thomas Hayden Church.
Thomas Hayden Church is spinning in his current grave because he's dead. I haven't seen him in a while.
He's not been around. And here's the thing. Here's what I took away. Here's what I took away from this. Genuinely, what I took away from this. The second the credits started rolling in this movie, I looked at no one in particular because I watched it alone, and I said, Amy Poehler can't make movies.
Yeah,
she can't do it.
That's tough, and it is also like the blandest directing of all time. That's the kind of thing when I feel like a lot of people from like the acting world think they can just point a camera at something and be a director.
Yeah, we talked about that with Chiwetel Ejiofor recently with that Boy Who Understood the Wind.
Olivia Wilde managed to do it.
Olivia Wilde pulled it off, and of all the people to pull it off,
not who I would have expected, but I'm fine with it.
Apparently, Olivia Wilde's a better director than Chiwetel Ejiofor, which I would not have called.
Well, Olivia Wilde's also a better director than she is an actress, so
that's very true.
Let's stay in your lane.
Yeah, absolutely.
Chiwetel, though,
but
let's not be directing anything.
Yeah, just be in Lion King, I guess. Get your Scar money and get the fuck out.
Get that Scar money, buddy.
Yeah,
buddy, get that Scar money.
All right, so here's the thing. Let's boil this down for a sec because I am going to describe to the listeners what this movie is about. They may not believe me. So this movie is about 6 middle-aged women who decide to go on a relaxing vacation to Napa Valley.
Hell yeah, I love Napa.
That's
love
it.
Going up to Napa.
That's it. That's the movie. That's what it's about.
When me and the boys go down to Napa and we go on a wine tasting.
Yeah, but here's the thing: is that like you say
no one's filming it though.
Yeah, no one's filming it. You say that, but that's not a movie.
I know. that was the point I was trying to make.
Here's the thing: I would like to say every positive thing that I have about this movie right now. Every positive thing. Tina Fey sure seems like she's going.
I don't care.
That's it. That's all my positives.
This might be the worst movie I've seen this year.
It's really bad. It's definitely on the bottom 10 for sure. And like it's just so disappointing because like why can't we figure out screenwriting?
Oh, why can't we why can't Netflix figure out buying good projects?
Yeah, because like
clearly they're just shooting first drafts. Fucking everything they make is a first draft.
Yeah, and like this movie gets to a point where like there's like a scene where a tarot
fucking Max Landis might as well have written this shit. Dude.
Yeah, Max Landis might have written this shit, to be honest. There's a scene where like they hire a tarot card reader, and you're like, oh boy, this is where it's gonna get dishy. And then the tarot card reader comes in, reads their tarot like a boring ass tarot reader, and fucking leaves.
Well, there's even a point where one of the characters stops her from doing the tarot read.
Yeah.
And I'm like, shouldn't we find out what that was about? We don't. She stops it, and she leaves.
And you really think that that's going to be like the fuel, because it's like 20 minutes into the movie, you're like, all right, nothing's happening. So maybe this is the fuel that's going to light the fire, and they're all going to be angry at each other. Which, by the way, at the end they are, but they have no reason to be. There's like they're just suddenly mad at each other at one point, and then they all hug, and then they're not mad at each other.
Huh.
Interesting.
Well, I mean, realistic, but also...
but no, not a movie!
It's not a screenplay. Oh. There's no conflict, really.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Here's how I watch movies these days. Is when I sit down to watch a movie, I start with the star number in mind, the star rating that I'm going to give it. And as the movie goes on, it moves up or down depending on the quality of the movie.
What does it start at?
It starts at 3.
Okay.
Starts at 3, and then it moves up or down depending on the quality of the movie. This movie fucking full on sprinted to the half star, dude.
Oh, wow.
It was a full on fucking sprint.
Oh, damn, dude. Fucking Usain Bolt, hey?
Yeah. Oh, and
Usain Bolt on the Jamaican coin, dude.
And here's the thing: is that can't make a shitty comedy without one bit about a fat person rolling down a hill.
That's fun.
Simply can't do that.
That's a lot of fun, though.
Why is this movie? You know what this movie feels like to me?
What's that?
This movie feels like a series of unedited bloopers.
That's very funny.
It's not anything like it. Doesn't like the characters don't even interact with each other.
Not only that, but there's no because there's no conflict, there's no character, like nobody changes, nobody.
Yeah, and it's honestly just like
I mean, they were trying to do that with the Tina Fey character, I think.
Yeah, they were trying to have Tina Fey be a character, and like Tina Fey is out here working, trying desperately to pull this piece of shit out of the mud, dude. Just trying so hard to save it, but just can't pull it off.
I can't believe you made me watch this.
Dude, I can't believe Jason Schwartzman was in this.
Yeah, and I like that.
Yeah, I didn't, but it made me angrier.
I like when he was making paella player.
Yeah.
That seems like something he would actually make you.
Yeah.
If Jason Schwartzman showed up.
16-hour paella?
Yeah, he'd be like, do you want a shrimp paella?
Yeah.
I'd be like, okay.
Oh, man. And then there's like the scene where like he has sex with Amy Poehler. And that's like a punchline, by the way, is that he has sex with Amy Poehler. No, like that's it. That's the punchline, that they had sex.
Yeah.
That's the type of movie this is.
It's tough, dude.
The fact that they had sex is the punchline.
Banging.
I can't believe this piece of shit.
But I mean, if Jason Schwartzman shows up, I'm banging him too. So
this movie, like, what it feels like is it feels like a bunch of moms, saying mom jokes that are coming into their head.
I've seen Bad Moms. Funny.
Yeah, but because that movie's written, this movie is not. This movie, like, it almost feels like these moms are freeballing. But
they're also not bad.
The problem is that they're. They're good moms. This movie should be called Good Moms. The problem with this movie is that it doesn't
going to drink wine.
It doesn't feel like they're making jokes towards each other like a group of friends would.
Yeah.
It feels like they're making jokes to no one in particular. just throwing them out there and hoping that one of them lands.
Tossing
and
them.
None of them do, dude. Holy shit, dude. Amy Poehler. Look, I love Parks and Rec. I'm the first person to run.
Parks and Rec's fantastic.
I'm the first person to run.
I love Amy Poehler.
I agree. Amy Poehler is one of the best actresses, like one of the best comedic actresses in Hollywood.
Oh, I'll give you comedic actresses. You're way left field on that.
well, that's why I swung back for a second. There, I was like, ooh, better throw comedic in here. She's one of the best comedic actresses in Hollywood, sure. But don't ever directing. Look, this isn't me asking. This is a command. This is a
okay.
direct order.
I don't know if we should be doing that on the pod.
Dude,
We're going to get blacklisted, dude.
Do not make any more movies. You can't do it.
Look, I'd rather her make a movie than Bryan Singer make any more movies.
Oh, actually, I do agree. I actually do agree with that. Bryan Singer should be banned, though.
Yeah.
Bryan Singer should be banned.
Well.
We should eject him off this fucking planet, dude.
I'd love to shoot Bryan Singer off in that Tesla. Fucking Elon should have put him in that suit. You know, that suit that they put in the Tesla?
Bryan Singer doesn't deserve a suit, dude. Put him in rags. Toss him into a Tesla.
Put him in the trunk. Put him in the trunk with a dead boy.
Hell yeah. Wait, no.
Oh, no.
Do not do that. This is a half star, dude. Wine Country sucks.
Dude, this is horrific, and this is like, look, you've been just putting terrible shit for the last few weeks.
Yeah, I think
this is the most heinous thing you've done to me.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Here's the thing. I've been trying to pull this shit for like 2 months. I think I'm done.
Why? What was the end game?
The end game. Here's the thing: is that like when I was watching these shitty movies, the only enjoyment
you have to watch them too.
Yeah, I know, but the only enjoyment I take out of watching a shitty movie is knowing that you also have to watch it.
Yeah, well, I've stopped finishing them, so.
Yeah, that's why my plan doesn't work anymore. So now we're gonna have to watch something that is actually good.
Yeah.
But before we get to that, I want to talk about some trailer trash because
Okay, what do you got?
Holy shit, the craziest trailer I've ever seen came out this week.
Godzilla trailer 3.
No, but I have seen that 10,000 times. The one with the Somewhere Over the Rainbow, dude. I've seen it 10,000 times.
Yeah.
I also have the song downloaded on.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
No, but the Terminator Dark Fate.
Oh, I didn't watch this,
Dude, this is a movie about nothing. It's insane that this movie is going to be about fucking
Who has
nothing.
this now? Paramount owns it now?
It is Paramount, yeah.
All right, guys. Let it go.
Here's the thing. T2 is great. You made one good movie
T2 is the only good one.
out of 5. You made 5, guys, and only one of them's good. And you didn't make that one.
Yeah, that was
Fox.
Universal, wasn't it?
No, I think it was Fox. I could be wrong.
No, I think it's Universal because they used to have the. Oh no, Universal was 3 because they had the T3 ride.
Yeah, No, it is the T2 ride.
Was it?
It's definitely the T2 ride at Universal Studios. Yeah, so maybe it is Universal. Maybe
Yeah.
you're right.
They don't have. That's not there anymore though.
Yes.
It's something else.
Yeah, because Paramount owns it now.
Yeah,
But
they still own the rights to the ride. They
Yeah.
they just replaced it with one of their franchise stuff.
Yeah, more Jurassic World shit.
I think it's Transformer. Yeah. No, Transformers took over the Backdraft exhibit because obviously you got to get rid of the Backdraft exhibit. What the fuck's Backdraft?
Yeah, I've seen it, but you know who else? You know who hasn't? 90% of people.
Yeah. I've seen it too, but I think more people have probably been on the Backdraft ride than that has actually seen Backdraft.
Yeah, that's actually probably true. But yeah, so Terminator Dark Fate. Oh, so you haven't seen the trailer, but I want to make something very clear to you.
What's that?
This trailer is 2 minutes, and Arnold is in 2 seconds of this trailer.
That's all he's going to be in the entire movie, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think, because like this movie's more supposed to be about Sarah Connor, which is great. Okay, that's fine. It's a great character.
I'm cool with that.
I'm fine with that, but like, you also have to have Arnold.
You have to have Arnold.
Because here's the thing, is that people, like, I was making this, I was talking to somebody about this week, and I was like, well, he needs to be in the movie because he's the Terminator. And they're like, well, canonically, and they push their glasses up like the fucking dorks they are. They're like, canonically, he's a Terminator. And I looked them right in the eyes, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
The movie's called The Terminator.
He's the Terminator,
The first movie is called The Terminator.
Oh, and you know what? It is still 20th Century Fox who owns Terminator, I guess. All right.
I'm pretty sure Paramount was the production company, though.
Oh, maybe. But yeah, we're watching the trailer right now on screen. And as you can see, this movie
Who is this person?
I don't know, but I also don't know who this person is.
Is that John Cusack?
It does kind of look like young John Cusack.
The new robot's kind of cool, though.
Yeah, the fucking Transformers 4, what's it, the discs or whatever? It's like the same shit.
Yeah.
And it's people, it looks explosion-y. It looks like a Terminator movie. Oh, he did the classic thing where he turned his arm into a knife.
Look how tight that looks, though. That exoskeleton.
Yeah, I'm sure it looks good. But here's the thing: this exoskeleton looked good in Genesis, also.
I guess so. Yeah.
But like this movie
is dope, though.
This part?
Yeah, this is dope, bro.
not.
Oh, dude, this looks like a 5-star. It's fucking Sarah Connor shooting a fucking
Bazooka
bazooka player.
at a T5.
Get out of here. This is good. James Cameron returns as producer.
James Cameron's back, baby. Yeah. I do remember seeing that in the trailer, and I remember laughing pretty loud when it said that.
Yeah, well, we're not getting sound here, so this might be bad, but as far as I can tell, this looks like a fucking 5-star.
Ooh, it's being directed by Tim Miller.
And Tim Miller of Deadpool fame.
I don't know.
Tim Miller's not a good director. He just got lucky with Deadpool.
Yeah. Oh, there he is. There's Arnie, and he's gone. He's gone.
I missed him.
He's don't worry. He's
I completely missed him.
He's looking really old.
No, I saw his beard. Yeah, he was looking. Did you see that video, by the way, of Arnold? He was at like a high school doing like a talk or some other, and some black kid comes up and drop kicks him, and he falls over. He's looking real frail these days.
Why? Oh my God! Why? What the fuck?
Or I can't remember if it was at a high school or at like a strongman meet or something. But regardless, some kid comes up and drop kicks him like a jump out of the air, 2 feet drop kick to his back, and he gets knocked over a little bit. See if I can find that.
Dude, that's fucking phenomenal.
So okay, was there other trailers or?
Dude, David Goyer's writing this movie?
Oh, I'm out.
Okay, I think I might be back in actually. Oh wait, no, he wrote BVS. Never mind, I'm out.
Yeah, David Goyer's bad. But
David Goyer is bad. He got lucky.
He got lucky with Dark Knight.
Yeah, he got lucky. Got super lucky. Hasn't been so lucky since he's been making bad content.
Arnold Schwarzenegger kick, third thing down. Expo second angle. Okay, we'll watch the ABC 7 version.
Schwarzenegger assaulted with flying kick during event in South Africa.
So he's in South Africa.
he's doing a meet. He's looking real big, dude.
He's on Periscope. It looks like he's periscoping it.
Yeah, he might be on Snapchat.
Yeah. And he's just hanging out. He's looking bad.
I want to see the video that he took on his phone. That's what I want to see.
He's still big, but he's looking bad. And there it is. Bam, dude. Then they just tackle the kid.
And Arnold goes down. Why did he do that? Did they ever tell you why he did it?
Nope.
Here, go back. Rewind it. Gotta see it again.
Okay.
Simply have to see that again. Holy shit.
If you guys are looking for it, just type in Arnold Schwarzenegger kick into YouTube. It's like the top thing.
Holy shit. He's in a yellow. Oh my God.
All right. We're going to take a look at the second angle here because we're investigators, really.
Yeah, absolutely. We have to figure out what's going on here.
Angle 2. This is angle 2.
Well,
this is called Arnold Schwarzenegger flying kick angle 2.
There's a second video.
He does have like a guy protecting him. He's pushing people away.
Yeah.
But he doesn't see this guy coming in because he comes flying in, dude.
He's in a full-on sprint. Oh my God. Why? There's a little girl. She's skip roping. She's just having a great time.
I don't know what this event is. It looks fun.
She's skip roping next to Arnold. That's a great time.
There's a guy with a clipboard. It looks like a fun event.
He has no idea what's coming, dude.
There it is. Oh, damn. He landed on his head, too.
He didn't. Dude, Schwarzenegger didn't fall down, though.
No, he didn't fall down. He's a good center of gravity.
Yeah, he's too big. He's too meaty.
Look how angry he is.
He's so pissed. Holy shit.
All right. Well, we're all having a good time here on the podcast.
Holy fuck. One more thing I want to talk about real quickly. Sonic got pushed back.
Yeah.
Sonic got pushed back to February.
Hope it gets pushed back forever.
I hope it doesn't.
Charlie's crying right now. He's laughing so hard, everybody.
Oh my fucking God, dude. That's amazing. I need to see Arnold getting fucking bicycle kicked some more. But
double drop kick. What a classic move.
Sonic the Hedgehog was supposed to release in November of this year. It's now being pushed back to February of next year. They said that that they need the extra 3 months because they don't want to release the movie until they've got the character right. And let me tell you, I've seen the trailer and you haven't got the character right.
Here's the thing. Take a picture of him and then animate it like that.
Yeah.
Don't fucking make it look like a realistic person slash animal.
Why is he wearing pajamas?
He doesn't need to wear pajamas. He doesn't need to look like Podcast Bot in fucking footy pajamas.
That is what Podcast Bot looks like in footy pajamas, if anybody wants to know.
Yeah.
Which you do.
See, I think we just need to remind people, Podcast Bot is a young boy robot.
Correct.
That Bryan Singer made for the boy parties. And then we rescued him.
To serve at he offer his services.
I am of service and I will serve you.
I am of service and I will serve you. Hey, Podcast Bot 8000.
Oh, this one.
Where the fuck is this guy?
I haven't seen him in a while.
Dude, he's not. Oh, dude, he's under the couch. What are you doing?
How did he get under there?
Is he awake? Oh, yeah, he's coming out. He's coming out real slowly. Hello, Buck.
Hey, Podcast Bot 8000.
I saw a Cheeto under your couch, and I went to get it.
Well, that's impossible because I've never eaten Cheetos before.
There was a Cheeto under your couch. I went to get it, and then you sat on the couch. I've been trapped.
This seems impossible since I've never eaten a Cheeto. This is a little fact about me.
It might have been something else, but I'm pretty sure it was a Cheeto.
Might have been a nug, dude. Might have been a weed nug.
Uh-oh. I'm about to have a real bad trip, Buck.
With those little orange hairs, dude.
Oh, no. Buck, help me. On the next episode of Movie Epidemic podcast, the boys are talking about Aladdin.
Ooh.
Yeah, some Disney live action shit. All right.
I've heard it's bad.
You know what? I've heard it's okay.
Okay means bad.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But then again, I heard Detective Pikachu was okay, and it is okay.
Oh, no. Detective Pikachu is bad, though.
I wholeheartedly disagree. We're talking about Aladdin, but what else are we watching? Sticking with the theme of one-word films that start with the letter A. We're also talking about Arctic.
I'm surprised you didn't pick Polar as the other one, but okay.
I was going to, but then I really wanted to see this Neil Jordan movie.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Isabelle Huppert.
Yeah, dude, I'm really into Chloe Grace Moretz.
Yeah, that movie actually looks good. I was going to go see it in the theater, but I did not.
I've heard it's good as fuck, so that's why
yeah,
we're watching
it will be. It's Elizabeth Huppert.
Yeah.
Isabelle Huppert. She doesn't pick things that are bad, dude.
Hey, Podcast Bot, we are talking about a movie right now, but what movie are we talking about? Neil Jordan's Greta.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be fucking awesome, dude. I can't wait. What's the Universal Monster retrospective? The boys, they've been waiting for it.
Ooh,
they've been begging for it. They've been buckled down for it. Invisible Agent.
Damn, these invisible ones, they just keep cranking them out. Hey, it feels like every other one we're watching an invisible one.
Yeah, well, they're probably cheap, right?
Yeah, they are cheap.
Fucking
because the
super
special effects are
nothing.
Just nothing.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the way you got to do it. So that is what we're watching: Aladdin, Arctic, Greta, and Invisible Agent. We might get out to Brightburn. Depends on if we have time.
We'll see.
But we'll see what happens.
I don't really want to go to the Burbs for it because it's only playing in the Burbs.
Yeah, I saw that. Of all the movies to play at Eau Claire, I thought that would be the one. But yeah, I guess
we got Aladdin.
Yeah, at least we got Aladdin at the Burbs for sure. So thanks for watching. If you want to check us out on the socials, hey, guess what, you guys? Our Facebook page is called Movie Epidemic now.
Our 6 month where we couldn't change the name is all good.
Yeah.
Because I changed it and it worked.
And you can follow us on Twitter at Movie Epidemic. You can follow us on Instagram at Movie Epidemic. And you can head over to movieepidemic.com if you would like as well.
Yeah, I'm working on that. It's not ready yet, though, so don't say it.
Oh, my bad. He bought it. He bought the domain name, so you can't buy it now.
No, you can't buy it.
I know that you guys have been trying to buy it from under our nose, but
I guess I paid $2.99 for it on GoDaddy.
$3?
Yeah.
For the year or forever?
For the year, and then an additional $20 for two more years.
Perfect.
So we've got it for 3 years. So you guys better keep your trigger fingers on because I'm probably gonna forget to renew it in 3 years. So
yeah, and I also do want to announce that I am quitting this podcast as of today.
Good.
This is my last podcast, but I will also be on the next one.
Good. I'm glad Chadley is quitting the podcast so that he can be on the next podcast.
I'll be back. I'm coming out of retirement. Guys, I'm back on.
Very cool.
I'm back in.
Like Arnold getting back into Terminator movies.
I'm like Arnold getting his fucking back kicked, dude.
Dude, imagine if his back just caved in.
What if he died? Like, he's so old.